So the version 4 is one we're using. The default email is from membership@JFOBA, and you've got various different settings throughout. If you ever wanted to sell things, we could do on the e-commerce. That's about that. So going back to administration, one area you might be interested in is the members list and role administration. So everyone who signs in has a role. Now, if you haven't signed into the site, you're an unauthenticated user. If you signed into the site, you'll be an authenticated user. That doesn't mean you've got any control to edit it. You only get that when a role admin like myself or the chair goes and gives people more access to administer the content such as there. So if we do have you can also create new roles if you wanted to. So if you could have someone that just edited and updated the membership section or the rugby section or the from the school section, so you could give someone access just to do those bits if you wanted. So going back to administration, here's the members list. Just click on here. This has the list of members. You can view their profile and you can also manage them. So let's just take Bob here. You can go in and this is where you can lock them out. You'll come to this bit when you have to authenticate someone. Whoever the authenticators are will come to this page and there'll be the bit that says, do you trust this user? And you click on it and it'll confirm. From here you can select what roles they're used to. So as an authenticated user, we'll add Bob as a admin, so he can also administrate the site. If you wanted to select people to have different newsletters, we can select it in here. You can look at various different things such as their user activity, how many times they've posted on the blogs, etc. if you want to. So incredibly powerful. As you see, going back into the administration, there's loads of different aspects that you can look at. So just going back into members list. If say somebody registers for the site and they lose their authentication, you can go in here, manage their profile again, and just resend their confirmation email. And that just confirms it's a real person. They'll click onto an email and confirm that they can start having access to the site. So going back to administration. If you need to find out about any of these other settings on here, give a shout. The one we might want to use is the newsletter. And we can create a newsletter within the site here, so whoever registers gets access to this newsletter. Okay, going back to the front bit, the final bit of showing you how different access levels affect how you see the site. As much as when we logged in, we now see this bit here, and once we logged in, we actually start seeing this bit rather than please log into the site. If we go into this members area, just click on the settings, it'll take us to one of the tabs. Will be a security tab, and you can say who's got access to see that, so all users can get it, or you can select it to be just authenticated users, etc. within the security. Actually, also if you wanted to, you can change who's got access to edit that content, and this is where if you want to give somebody just access to edit the rugby section, you can do that in here. Create a role, assign that person to the role, and then in here the roles will be displayed, and you just say, right, okay, rugby updaters, click, those are the only people that can update it. And that's about it. So I'll log out there. A bit of a whistle stop tour. Actually, sorry, no, one more thing. If you wanted to create a new page within the site, funny enough, you've got a little icon here that has got create a new page. So clicking on that, we'll come up with here what the page name is, where it's held under. So this would be placed under the members section. You provide a sensible override name, otherwise it'll just take whatever you put here, but whatever you type in here, for old priests, it will change the URL canonically to a more relevant name there, and then that will create a page underneath the members section there. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go back to home. It'll ask me if I want to leave the page. Now, once you've got a page here, the page is basically made up of sections. So you've got your top section. You do have a left column, a middle, and a right column. Have a look at this page here. If you wanted to edit the whole page and how it's laid out, you can see we've got a top pane where our carousel is, and we've got a whole load of bits of content in the center pane and some in the right hand pane, and you can move these up and down as you see fit. So if you just click on that, you can move it up, down, you can move it across into one column or to the other column. We can have some ads, etc., and just move those around. You can publish each of these different content bits onto whichever page you want. And that is almost it. I guess that keeps in File Manager. I'll show you something about how if you wanted to manage files. So you've got this page here. We wanted to edit this page, and you wanted to get a new picture in there. So nice picture at the end here. So what this done, you might see here, there's a box around here. That means that this bit of content is put into a div section. So it just divides the page up into various components. But if you wanted to add a picture in here, click on the image. You come up and you can start browsing the server. Now if your picture is not on the server and you want to upload it, it will also give you that option. I've got about 30 different programs running at the moment, so it's a little bit slow. Hopefully this will come up, so that I think that program might have stopped it a bit. Here we go. So now we've clicked on upload a picture from the server. We've got a standard file uploader, so you can have a look into different sections if you wanted to upload or use one of these pictures here. If you wanted to use one from your PC, you can just browse your files. You have to select which folder it wants to go into, but this will give you the option if you wanted to browse a file from your PC to upload it. So you can select whatever pictures you want from there. Just select, then open. Now, as by default, we've set it so the maximum width can be 550 by 550. So if your picture was going to be any bigger than that, and you wanted it to be bigger than that, you'd have to unclick the bit here. This just prevents people loading on really big pictures and taking up too much memory. Alternatively, if you wanted to have something that was much smaller and you wanted to automatically reduce the picture size, you could set that down and it will trim the picture for you. from there. So we've got that file there. Let's go into logos there, upload, and it was Skype, wasn't it? There you go, and that was the Skype logo that's just been uploaded. Okay, don't really want that. But yeah, you'd sit in centre there. You can justify the picture whether it's going to apply left or right, some spacing beside it. If you want to change the width, the height, etc., add links. All fairly straightforward if you're familiar with HTML and simple development. Let's get out of there. I think I've spoken enough now, so I hope you get on well with it. If you have any problems, do give us a shout, simon@smart-cal.com. Cheers.